CG Companion passes XML and JSON data automatically into CG server projects. Objects like current weather temperature, wind speed, and forecast come to mind. In this sample, we will request data from local government weather stations across the US. CG Companion can check sites for more than just weather. Any site that offers this data format through a URL or API can be utilized. Let's launch CG Companion. I already have the app license, but you can go to Preferences, Licenses to enter your license key. In demo mode, all the requests and functions still work, but we add special characters into the return value to make them not fit for air. The default document at launch of CG Companion is the official weather station in Las Vegas's McCarran International Airport. You can check the weather.gov site to find your nearest weather station. Now CG Companion automatically detects whether the site is returning a JSON or XML response. If you click Get Paths, it will return all the values offered, including things that might be static to the page like disclaimers or copyright. We're going to find current observations and temp F for Fahrenheit. Click Make Variable. Now you can add multiple variables onto the document, but for now, we will add one. Now the next column in the document is CG Project and Field. In Preferences, make sure you have CG Server's IP address, port number, and password if there is one. You can also define where Apple scripts for CG Companion will live. In this early version I'm using, CG Companion does not see the projects yet since CG Server was launched later. Closing Companion and reopening will reestablish the link. It is a good reminder to save your document before quitting or you will lose your changes. Okay, now we can see all the projects in CG Server. I've made two projects called Weather Bar 2 and Weather Bar Middle 2. Note, using Direct Link, we can watch CG Server through Movie Recorder. Movie Recorder doesn't need a license to watch video device inputs, watch outputs of Softron applications, or even use the remote feature. Movie Recorder only needs a license to record a source. Okay, back to the projects, and I'll open them in CG Designer. If you go to the project, each asset on the screen has a field name. That is how you identify the project and field name that you're passing data to. I'm going to change the format to text. This will return the data exactly as we received it. The value is 102.0. Now let's turn on these two check fields. The first turns on Auto Update, so you can set the frequency in seconds that we check the site for a value. Then Publish to CG pushes the value into the project. We also have a Clear CG button that will erase the data in the CG project fields you have assigned. We can see 102.0 in the graphic, but it doesn't look right. Using the number format, let's get rid of temp and just put the value in a whole number represented by the pound or hashtag sign followed by the degree symbol. So we can see it. Let's add another variable this time, the local weather condition. This time, we will use the text to return the value, which is a few clouds. Now go to the project in Designer and get the field name. Okay, there it is. Alright, so those were pretty easy. Now here's a more complicated project. It sits on top of the existing project and cycles through the three stats. However, the approach is still the same. Find the field in the project you need the data to be in, and assign it in CG Companion. Why it is a little more complicated is that we have things like pressure. Let's abbreviate inches behind it. We need to put the period in a single quote to follow Unicode formats. Otherwise, it'll be seen as a numerical decimal. For wind, I will add miles per hour after. The direction I will leave in text. For humidity, I will make it the number with a single quote, percentage sign, and another single quote. If the percent sign was not quoted, it would turn the value into a percentage. With the value, we automatically round up using the hashtag symbol. But you can put several before and after the decimal to show the full number up to a certain amount in tenths or hundredths if you need. That is the basic use of CG Companion. Apple Scripts opens more possibilities, but I will save that for another video to discuss. Links below to weather.gov and information about Unicode formats. Go to softron.tv to learn more. Thanks for watching.